I think we're ready to do this. I get it. We gotta go. It's early. That clock's not even right. It's actually 5:25, 5:30. I gotta get my socks on. All right, so if you haven't figured it out, I'm up really early today because we're gonna do something fun besides put my boots on. Some of you know that a while back I had a subscriber reach out to me with a new project. And this new project is a basically free car to the channel, but it's gonna be a fun one, I think. It's a 1998 Pontiac Grand Prix, also, right? I have a thing for Pontiac Grand Prix. And although this is a 98, what you have to understand is it's a 1998 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP. Now take a second and Google that. Do you get what I'm talking about? It's supercharged. Supercharged 3.8, or the 3800 is what they call it. V6 engine, automatic. This car has been basically in one family for majority of its life, and it got parked years ago. The transmission was acting up a little bit, and basically his family outgrew the car. He didn't want to see the car just kind of end up in, somebody's hands that's just going to tear it apart or destroy it. He'd like to see it fixed back up, because wouldn't we all? So in this case, he reached out to the channel and said, hey, is there a way that you could fix it up, kind of give it back its former glory, and maybe then some? So to do that, I have to go down and pick it up. Well, it is a little over 8-hour drive away. And as you saw, my Suburban is now dead. The Avalanche is dead. Pontiac Grand Prix that I have still has transmission issues and honestly just isn't done yet. I don't have the lights working. I don't have it tagged. Either way, none of those vehicles are going to be able to serve my purpose today, which is to get down into Texas and pick the car up and bring it back. So I guess the solution today is hop a bus, a Greyhound bus, never done that before, and take the ride down to Texas. So once I get there, kind of feel out what I need and where I can get to and how I can get there. And we're going to do it on a budget. All right. I just reached into my wallet. There's 120. There's 40. There's 60, 65, 70, 75. So in cash right now, I have $75. I have pre-purchased my bus ticket, which was, let's just round up and say $180. That's with taxes and fees and such. So, what do you think about getting down to Texas and back for do you think we can do it for $300? I mean, we could be safe and save $5. But here's where you can help. So Buff's Garage now has memberships available on the channel, and you can join up to the membership starting in the Tappy Tap Club. And when you do, that gives you priority for various things, including videos early. You get special shout outs and color designations on our live chats. You can also send me a super thanks or during a live, you can send a super chat. All of those things will help go for this project, getting it home, making sure I make it home, because I have just a couple of days to get home before I have to be back to work. So I'm looking to you guys, between the cash in my pocket and give myself a little extra just for parts. Hopefully we can make it back. Now again, this car has been sitting for years. It takes 93 octane from the factory. So we're going to have to hunt for 93 octane. That's if we can get it to run. That's if we can get it to drive because of the transmission issue. That's if the tires have air in them. It's if the battery even works. I mean, there's so many variables here. I'm literally getting dumped by Greyhound on a corner in Texas, and you guys are going to follow along. Hang in there. It's going to be an interesting one. Well, here I am at the bus stop, getting my bag and everything put together, and yeah, about to board a bus to Texas.
Arriving on time by 9:45. You'll get a 15-minute break there for the driver change, and then the same bus, same schedule, 1219 will continue south after your 15-minute break, and the driver change continues south to Perry, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Norman, Paul's Valley, Ardmore, Denton, Carrollton, Kaysville, Louisville, Dallas. Next stop, Wichita. Thank you. Sometimes open, sometimes not, but they just take cash there. We change drivers here, same bus, same schedule out of Wichita. Schedule 1219 will continue south to Perry, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Norman, Paul's Valley, Ardmore, Denton, Carrollton, Kaysville, Louisville, Dallas. Same bus, same schedule, different driver.
Well, here we are in Wichita, Kansas. Got kicked off the bus for them to do a random search. So I'm just sitting out here in the cold waiting for that to get done. Then back on the bus and hopefully on our way to the next stop, which I believe is Oklahoma. So, yep, just giving you an update. Currently in Oklahoma City at a lunch break stop at the Greyhound station. It is just a cold and dreary day, for sure. But, yep, here for just about 20 minutes or so, and then back on the bus, headed south.
Valley, Arbor, Gainesville, Denton, and Dallas. Once again, schedule 1219, making stops in Norman, Powell Valley, Arbor, Gainesville, Denton, and Dallas. Buses, please claim your bag and watch your step coming down Dallas Station.
A lot of nobodies out there right now, but that's okay. I just wanted to give everybody an update that I did make it to Dallas. Oh, I see Roland, Torque Racing Production. So, yep, made it to Dallas. I've got one more stop. I'm just waiting on my bus to arrive. This is the one time I have to actually switch buses. But it'll be probably about another hour, and then I got to switch buses, and then I'll be able to be on my way.
Okay, it's kind of weird.
Well, it's official, guys. I finally made it to Tyler, Texas. It's late, almost 10 o'clock at night. Waiting on a ride to try to get to a hotel. I've had a lot of people generously donate to my cause here. I've actually raised, let's see, about $150 today to be able to get to where we're at now. So my hope is obviously to utilize that to, get the car running and get it back home. Hopefully that gets me enough to get gas and everything along the way, and hopefully it doesn't need anything else. Well, I'm officially all alone at the bus stop. My Uber said it was going to be here within 5 minutes, and then that changed to 10, and then it changed to 20. So everybody else has since gotten their rides. We've even had people show up that there was no one to get in the vehicle, and part of me was like, should I just jump in? But then I've got the Uber, so never Ubered before, but with you guys' generosity I was able to raise about $150, and with that I'm going to pay the $10 for an Uber ride. I also had someone generously donate a night at a hotel. Now, it's not the Four Seasons, it's really not even a Holiday Inn Express, but what it is an opportunity to have a nice indoor bed and hopefully a hot shower. I think it even has free breakfast. So one more thing to add to the money savings here, if I make it out of here alive. No, I have no concern. I'm in the middle of a strange town in Tyler, Texas, and yeah, this will be fine. It's kind of cool view over here though. Look at that. Got some tall buildings. Not in Kansas anymore. Figure I'd just run this, and if I get jacked, then it'll be on video. Tried to go live, but the internet was not cooperating. So thanks to a subscriber, I was able to get a kind of an inexpensive room. Super 8. But again, without the donations, I wouldn't even be able to do that. I'd be sleeping on a bench or something somewhere until the cops rouse me up and send me on my way. So I'm picking up a room key and gonna get some sleep before I have to get up tomorrow and start working on this car. So yeah, here we go. Look at the luxury we got here. Palm tree, swimming pool. Look at all the deluxe accommodations. Wow. Thank you to my subscribers for giving me a place to sleep tonight. Didn't even get me an RC coat. Snazzy. Oh, wow. Hi. It's more than enough for what I need. Nothing better than crossing the street at 11 o'clock at night. And I think it's starting to rain. on the hunt for get some drinks, I guess. This should work. And then off to the hotel for a good night's sleep, a free breakfast in the morning, and then back to working on getting this car. Because once I got the car, we can figure out what it needs to get on the road. Hello, sir. Thank you for honking. Another fan of Buff's Garage. Well, if I'd been paying attention, there's a bar right there. No drink, but I definitely get some food, maybe. I don't know. I really don't need any food. I just needed a few drinks to hold me over till tomorrow. Free breakfast. Excited. I just can't thank you guys enough. Truly, the whole day has been an experience, not just, getting on the bus and going to Tyler, Texas, which I've never done before. Never ridden a Greyhound bus before. But just the outpouring of support on the live chats, the sending of money. Like, I know I solicited a little bit, but I wasn't expecting the overwhelming response to the degree that it is. I started the morning with $75 in my pocket and a bottle of water. I had somebody donate a bottle of water to me on the bus. That was very nice of them. And then you guys have generated enough that I now have a little over $150 to be able to get this car at least to the next step. Not to mention, somebody got me a hotel room for the night. So just want to say I appreciate you guys. Thanks for everything that you do. And I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. I just got my free continental breakfast done, and it was quite yummy. And after not really eating yesterday, it definitely hit the spot this morning. Life of a YouTuber. Got everything plugged in and charging, laptop, drone, cameras, memory cards, a little bit of everything going on here. But I'm about to get all wrapped up, get checked out, and try to hop a ride to get to where the car's at. And then we'll be able to, I guess, evaluate the situation and see if I'm walking home or if we can get this car going and drive it home. So hang in there. Let's get there. Well, here we are, Tyler, Texas, hanging out by my palm tree. Just digging that. 70 degrees here in Tyler and just beautiful. Got a little bit of cloud cover, a little breezy, but you know what? I think it's gonna be a beautiful day for a revival. Got, food in my belly and a good night's sleep. With that, I believe I'm gonna take the money raised, which was besides my $75 that I came with, and besides the $180 I spent on the ticket, you guys raised me another $155 plus 2 people offered to get me a hotel room, and one of you generously went ahead and paid for it, and I want to just say I appreciate you guys. Couldn't have done this without you. Again, I'm not soliciting for money, but this is your adventure as much as it is mine, and with that, you guys are helping me pay for it, so I appreciate that. making this YouTube venture work, and I'm truly humbled. So with that, wow, that is super warm. I love that. Not ready to go back to the 20 and 30 degree weather right now, so I might just soak this up a minute, and then I'm gonna wait on my Uber. And I got an Uber last night, which was about, let's round up 20 bucks with tip, and I'm using the money that you guys donated, and now I'm going to get an Uber to go to the gentleman's home, and we're going to take a look at the car and kind of feel out what it's going to take to get it running. And you know, I may be taking a bus home, I don't know, but with your help and your donations, I think we can get this thing home. We got 550 miles to go, and the first mile starts right here. So we'll catch you in a few. Okay guys, so I made it to the home of the gentleman who has the Grand Prix, and so we're gonna walk around and get a first good look at it. Here she is, been sitting a very long time. Well, here we are, guys. We made it clear to Tyler, Texas, and this is a 1998 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP, and with that, you get the Supercharged. So underneath this pretty little plastic cover is a small little supercharger. This one's actually been replaced since since new, so that part has been upgraded. Well, let me phrase it. That part has been refreshed, and you know, really not a lot of issues with it. It had some transmission issues that was slipping a little bit. He thought it might have been low on some fluid. Otherwise, it ran when parked. We always know how that goes, but in this case, he put it right here, and then, you know, life happened. And he's got a growing family, and this project needs to find a new home. And you guys are going to help me bring this back to its former glory. We've got a few little, you know, time-tested parts. We've got headlights that are getting faded. We got taillights that are faded and cracked. So we're going to actually go through and probably sand off some of the oxidation and polish up the paint and make it look pretty again. And then, you know, everything just needs a good cleaning. Pretty cool car. So I guess with that, we're just gonna dive in and see what we're working with. So like I said, we got the 3.8 liter V6 3800 Series 2 Supercharged. And if you guys don't know, that's what this piece is right here on top of the engine. Is a belt-driven supercharger, which then of course forces air down into the engine, and with an increased fuel supply, it gives it more power. That runs through a transaxle here that then powers your front wheels, and those front wheels are a nice special polished aluminum rim, big brakes that have been sitting a while, but they worked when parked. These tires are fairly new, actually, just a little low. Going further down the car, so he did have it registered in 21, and I believe he parked it somewhere 2019, I believe. Here's our Supercharged badging. We've got some definite mold and moss and stuff growing on the car. Got the good old Gorilla Tape fix here on the window. Something else that we'll have to clean up and work on. Look at that. Snazzy interior. Other than our snake skin, we'll stick with the cow leather. All right, so leather interior. Let's go ahead and sit in the car. Now, I don't have a good sense of smell, but I'm smelling antifreeze. Not sure if that's just me smelling it. We got a battery, we got a wet floor. We do have a sunroof. That might explain the wet floor, or we might have maybe a heater core issue. Not sure. Boy, it is warm, and just that mold is overpowering. Well, AM/FM cassette, equalizer. It's got heads-up display, so this will actually display your gauges up here on your windshield while you drive, so you don't get distracted driving. Automatic transmission, heated seat. Yeah, look at that. We got a couple. So you always kind of want to see what's lurking. That's some engine oil. We got a battery, got a part here. Some kind of valve. Oh, that is standing water. Awesome. Yep, that should be fun. All right. Stepping out of the car, look in the back seat. Yep, there we go. Got some transmission fluid, which we kind of thought was an issue already. Funnel for that. Got to pass through into the trunk. We'll just go ahead and pop the trunk and see what's going on back here. All right, funnel, washer fluid, some Armor All. Oh, look at that. Factory disc changer. How cool is that? That reminds you of the 90s. Okay, power steering. Power steering. Safe to say we had some power steering stuff. Oh, there's the rest of the CD changer. All right, cool. Might need this. Let's go ahead and put that up front just in case. So we've got some clear coat peeling on the top of the car. That's pretty typical of GMs of this era. We'll see if we can't clean that up, maybe reshoot this part. The trunk lid seems all right, but we may have to pull this and just reshoot clear on this, try to color sand this out and then shoot clear. Tail lights, obviously those are just, you know, wasted. So we'll see what we can do about those. Got a little bit of weather stripping issue here. We can fix that. Oh, tires look really good. Just a little low on air, but I think we can fix that pretty quick and easy. And then deal with all this mold along the trim. Sunroof, I'm gonna touch that for now. I already got a flooded floor. Well, I hate to say it. Kind of think we need to go to the next step. To just utilize what I got in the car. Got some shop rags, so we're gonna go and check some fluid. Okay. It's dark, needs a change, but it's full. It's pretty thin, so we need to get the oil changed. But for now, it has oil in it, therefore it'll run. why you want to kind of pull things apart when it's been sitting for a long time. So that's basically packed, and while it would probably be okay, let's go ahead and get this stuff out of here and just keep from restricting our airflow even more. Oh yeah, there's a lot in there. This side's clear. All right, that's remarkably better. It's got stuff in it, so we'll figure that out. So if you want to know where the ECU is on your 3.8 liter V6 in a 1998 Pontiac, it's inside the air breather. That should keep it nice and cool. Okay, so we cleaned out the air filter box, got the air filter back. That is definitely design engineering right there. So everything fits just exactly in its spot. Any variation, and it doesn't want to go back together. All right, so obviously we should be checking our transmission fluid while running, but let's just see if there's anything in it. There's fluid in it. It is burned, so it's ready for a fluid change. So we'll have to check that when it's running to see if maybe it's over full or what the issue is with it. You know, looking things over, other than a little bit of oil leak around the valve covers, I mean, lots of spider webs and dirt, I think it's pretty clean. So I guess next thing to do is what's it going to take to make it start. Let's probably find out. Well, okay, other than the obvious that I traveled 550 miles on a Greyhound bus with a multi-tool and a battery jump starter, I think we have a pretty viable project. It's got hints of something going on, but I don't think it's anything we can't overcome. So I say we throw caution to the wind and put some power to it and see what happens. That radiator is full. All right, guys, I've used this before on the channel. I'll put a link down in the description. You can get them on Amazon. This NOCO Boost. This one's the HD version. They have a smaller version, but this one will start your big blocks, your diesels, all that kind of stuff. I just carry it with me because it's the one I prefer, but I do have a smaller version too. Both are available on Amazon through my affiliate link, and yes, I do get a little kickback if you guys purchase one using my link. So let's just see if we got power. Things are lighting up. Nothing's jumping out at me. We got it fired up. An airbag light, nope, it went off. Boost. Seems to run okay. Put it in gear and see what happens. Got forward movement. Oh, we got reverse. And all the water in the floor is moving. So, I think we got something that'll make it home. We just need to do a little bit of work to it. See if it'll run on its own for a minute. I'm telling you, if you don't have one of these and you work on cars, you got a lot of cars or they sit for a little bit, even with the cold snap that we're dealing with, you know, farther north from here, get you one of these. So it's got a nifty feature, not just power on, but if it detects any voltage at all, this will light up showing it's ready for boost. But if it doesn't light up, that means your battery's pretty dead. And we'll try to revive the battery along the way. But you can hold this button right here, big exclamation point, and it'll automatically surge into the battery, which gives us enough charge to start it. It runs. Seems to be running smooth. No loud noises or ticking or knocking or anything squealing. Oh my goodness, I gotta tell you, that mold smell is something else. All right, so just getting that hint of antifreeze, I'm telling you. I think we might have a heater core issue. Not saying that's what the puddle is, but that might be overheating problem we were talking about. You know, we got some dash repair. We can do that. Let's try the window. Oh yeah, that does not work. Oh wait, there we go. All right, so funny enough, I actually have new switches for our Grand Prix in my garage, so windows do work. Well, all right, well, this one worked. I'm not even gonna try the back ones for now. Everything seems to be running. I see no issues right now. Not hearing the AC kick on. That's okay. That's all stuff we can fix along the way. Yep, not gonna open that. Well, I'd like to say I'm disappointed that it didn't take more, but I think we still got our hands full with lots of little issues with the car. I think it's probably got a heater core issue, something that's given me the antifreeze smell on the inside of the car. We've got a floorboard full of water, could be plugged up drain from the sunroof, it could be a leaky windshield, who knows, but that's plenty to work with. We know that the transmission fluid needs changed and it might be overfilled and it might lead to something else that's an issue. We don't know. Tires look good, battery took a jump. I say we fire this thing up and get it on the road home. You guys will be seeing this one on another channel that I'm going to tag. Meet up with another YouTuber down here and have a little lunch.
That's me.
Do the typical, I always put one up here somewhere.
Yeah. Usually the subwoofer's hidden in the center.
Reminds me of a Fiero. The speakers up
Yeah.
there.
Here.
Speaking of the Fiero, I just saw Camisa's video.
If you want to see the animation, it's when you get in and close the door.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's what I wanted to see. So I have to close this door?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Oh, yeah.
let's see.
All right. No, didn't do it.
No, it's not when you start it. It's just when you get in and close the door.
Oh, okay. So try not to overdo it.
Yeah, if you do start it, that's when it goes to its...
ahead and put our cover back on. I think we're close enough to go ahead and put all this back and air up our tires and see if we can't get on the road. When people say chrome will get you home, but buff will make you tough. Let's see if we can get this thing home. Okay, it's probably time to take it for a little shakedown. I did get it insured, so I don't want to hear anything about me doing, you know, something sketchy or whatever. I did put insurance on the car. And yeah, so we're gonna see if we can get it out of here and make a little lap.
Alright. There she goes.
Warning lights are coming up. Brakes are a little sluggish, but they're also covered in rust, so that's understandable. The brakes making noise. Well, the AC doesn't work, that I can tell. I don't really care, as long as it doesn't throw the belt or anything. But again, if it doesn't have a major leak, it's something we can fix. Beautiful area, but it's getting a little warm. It said it was in the 70s today, and it's definitely feeling that. So I'm going to try to navigate myself out of this wonderful little area and then onto some real road and see what it'll really do. Let's see if I can break it right off. It'll spin them. Well, let's see what it can do. Transmission wasn't happy. Tires are very much out of round. So if they don't come around on this drive, we may have to figure something else out. It's gonna wear them out pretty quick. But tires aren't happy, even though they're new. When they've been sitting that long, they kind of get a flat spot in them. And that's evident. I'm holding the camera now, or it would be... There you go. See what I'm talking about? So besides the obvious shake, transmission is not happy. It is trying to shift up and down on its own for no reason. It seems like it's just not there when you need it to be there. So could be a couple of different things, but at the end of the day, it's something, as long as I make it home, it's something that we're going to have to get, you know, into, dig it. We're going to have to dig through it and figure out why that is. Now that it's warmed up a little bit, we'll check the fluid. Oh my goodness, the shake. But we'll check the fluid and make sure it's good. I think it's probably fine. But it is pretty burnt. So regardless, it needs that changed. Well, so here's where we're at. I went ahead and stopped at the first gas station, decent sized gas station, before I hit the actual interstate. So I put about 15 miles on it so far. And the big thing is, anytime I get about 55 miles an hour, this thing shakes so hard, it rattles your teeth right out of your mouth. Could be a bad tire out of round. They've been sitting on, you know, partially flat tires for quite a while. Could have something going on with the suspension. I can tell you this, the brakes are definitely not what they should be. And that's what happens when they just sit and then the rotors are rusted up and everything. But they'll come back around. I'm going to test it. Nope, still not quite enough to start it, but it's got something. So now when I put the jump starter on it, I don't have to manually override it into boost mode. It recognizes there's a charge on the battery and it jumps it. So we're going to go ahead and put about 100 miles on this battery and see what happens. It may come right around, and if not, you know, a battery is in its future. But I'm going to kind of look over everything before I hit the interstate and, you know, get a drink in case I have to sit on the side of the road. And we'll go from there. Also notice this film in here is peeling off, and so with the window down, it's making a lot of noise, so we'll want to fix that in a bit. Transmission's not happy. Shake at 55, just something else. Well, I just got off of a live, but you know, O'Reilly's. I should probably get some just in case. I don't anticipate actually changing them because, you know, Buff's Garage, but I'll at least get them. You guys have been super generous in all your donations to help me get here and home, so I might as well do a little bit of preventative maintenance. I have O'Reilly's here. It would be silly not to. All right, let's check things out. So far, it's not overheating. It definitely smells warm. I do not know. Oh, it does have two belts. All right. No idea which one is making all the racket. I can only guess. Lots of extra fluids in the car, which indicate to me it's definitely had issues holding its fluids. But she is an older girl, and you know, sometimes they have a little problem holding their fluids in. it's pretty much non-existent. All right, let's see what kind we need here. Start here. Wiper blades. Well, does it go that far back? Yeah, there we go. 1998. Nah, we want some more. Keep going. There we go. Pontiac. Oh, look at that, Grand Prix. And this is what we need. Front, 22 inch.
Thank you, Sam.
So it looks like both of them are same, 22 inch. So we need to get some new wiper blades. So many to choose from. Since when did wiper blades get so expensive? This is a free car. We're on a budget here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. $12. Yeah, they don't have the right size. Looks like they go to 22, 21. There's 19. There's 20, 24. Oh, here we go. 22. Oh, look at that. You know, it's still a little spendy, but we can do 15. Do we really need two or just one? Let's get two. All right, you guys have been very generous, so we'll give her two of them, but getting the cheapies. Well, I just picked up some budget wipers just in case we need them. I'm not putting them on right now, but we'll wait till it's raining and I actually need them, and then we'll pull over and put them on because, Buff's garage. But I did actually check the transmission fluid and it still is brown as coffee, but it was a quart low. So I went ahead and threw a quart in and it still looks like, coffee. And it's just not pretty. So there's definitely issues that need to be addressed, whether it's shift solenoid, some kind of servo, or just needs changed and a filter change. I don't know, but you know what? We're gonna get it home, and this guy's gonna steal my stall. So I need to get the water out of the car. There's just way too much fluid rolling around in this thing. So hopefully I can find some change and get the water out of the car. Because everybody needs an extra battery in their car. Let's just get that out of here. Don't get me wrong, I'll keep it for core. But, oh my gosh, so much water. And it's slimy and gross. Perfect. So let's, use the vacuum for the wrong we'll use the vacuum the wrong way and clean this out. Quarters. You guys didn't give me quarters. Let's see if I can get some quarters. Money.
From the other side, and I don't know about you, but I got butterflies. Damn, I don't got game, but I feel you would like to play. So I pass go and I collect up too many spaces, but you can't be replaced. You're a superstar.
Alright, so I had to get some corners to get the vacuum to work, and had of course got the water out of the passenger floorboard. I went ahead and pulled that mat out because it's pretty bad, and I'm going to go ahead and spray it down, maybe knock some of the mold and stuff out of it. The passenger rear floorboard is a little damp as well, but I can probably address that once I get home. But the whole car just needs dried out, and unfortunately in Kansas that is not going to happen. Not for a few more months. But we're going to knock the dirt off this thing. We'll see how far that gets us.
Killing every move and breaking all the rules, and your hips don't lie, making an offer I can't refuse. Damn, maybe the only thing I know about you's your name, so I'll wear it out, and one day you might wear mine through a ring. I know I may just be a face in the crowd that doesn't faze me. I sing loud, you're a superstar, and I can feel you in my arms. So the beat is pounding out my heart, and I can say what we'll become.
So I'm not trying to fix all the paint issues right now, but I'm just trying to knock the dirt off of it. Not only does it help clean everything up for the drive home, but you know, she deserves it. She's been, you know, put away, and it needs to get a little life back into her. So we're gonna give her the foamy brush and rinse her off and get back on the road. She still got some black mold there at the bottom, but kind of cleans up all right. It's kind of a pretty girl. So we'll get the, you know, we'll get to work on this when we get home and have the garage. And, you know, all the lights are just fogged up. So we've got some water intrusion in there. Well, that one's clear, but all the rest of them are fogged up, including the back ones. We'll get to that. But for now, she looks pretty good. Okay. These.
But then I should have two more here, but I don't see any seats here.
They're there.
Those are the seats?
Yep. All right, folks. This is what it's all about right here. So I'm about 500 miles from home. You know, You just saw me wash the car, trying to get this rescue home. And this awesome lady comes up and asks me about car seats. And I kind of blanked for a minute. I was a little confused what she was asking. She has stow and go seats in the minivan. And if you guys recognize this, it looks very similar to the $800 minivan that we rescued out of the honey hole. And guess what? It's very similar. She couldn't figure out, because she got this vehicle and the seats were always stowed. She'd never opened them. She'd never pulled them out. She knew they existed, but didn't know how to, open them up. So I spent about 10 minutes not only getting the seats out, but also showing her how to do it. So the next time she can do this all by herself. That's what it's about, people. And I'm not bragging about me. I'm telling you, people come up and they ask you a question. Don't get sidelined. Don't get flustered. Don't get scared. Take a moment, listen to what they need. Some people need a little money. Some people need a sandwich. Some people need help learning how to use their car. And you know what? That's what we do. So I took a few minutes and didn't just do it for her. I showed her how to do it, because now she can do it on her own and she doesn't need any other help. She's got this. And you got this too. So remember that. All right, so I should just be in a hurry to rush right home, but I decided to stop for a treat. The other issue is, as you probably guessed, when you're washing your car and you wash under the hood, sometimes things get wet, which is why I usually don't power wash under the hood. But I was trying to clear all the leaves and spiders and whatever creepy crawlies were under there. And now it's throwing codes. I didn't bring a code reader, but basically it didn't just say service engine soon. It said service engine soon. And then it would stay steady on, and then it service engine soon, and it would shudder. And I'm guessing we're just getting a misfire or something. So stop to get a drink. I guess we'll let it dry out. It may or may not resolve itself. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna keep going. I'm about just under 400 miles to home, 300 and some miles, and I'm taking back roads, so it's going to take a little longer, but the benefit is I can go slower, and if I start having problems, there's at least a place to, pull off, and there's a lot of little towns in between here and there, and not that the interstate doesn't provide, but, small towns, back roads, I can just take my time and get there when I get there. So, yeah, new development. Just getting you guys, keeping you up to speed on what's going on. Well, it's starting to rain, so I guess I should have put those new wipers on before while it was still light out, but whatever. It's really foggy and it's starting to rain. Okay, so I'm just north of Paris, Texas, which is south of Hugo, Texas, which is south of the Oklahoma-Texas line. Definitely shooting up the east side. I didn't pick the route. I let, the map pick the route. I was hoping to go up through Melissa, Texas, because I love Buc-ee's, but it's too far out of the way, and we are making good progress. The car still shakes like crazy. It is not a happy car whenever I get up past 55, but and the check engine light is still, service engine soon light is still doing its thing, but you know what, that's fine. So I've got about half a tank of gas. This place has 93 octane, so I'm going to stop and fill up here. That's what this car takes. I don't know, maybe it'll fix the shutter. Probably not. I'll just kind of give everything a once over, look it over, and make sure nothing's literally about to fall off, and start heading, back on the road. So we'll see how far we get tonight. First time fueling her up. because it had gas in it that was pretty old. But you know what? It got me here. Let's see. We need premium. So that looks like this one. Okay, now we got it going. All right, hit the 93. And so yes, I could have kept going, but I think I would have needed fuel before I made it home. And I know this is 93, which is what this car really likes to have. And I don't know if I'm gonna find 93. I know there's not 93 where I live. So we're gonna have to come up with a solution. So looking at the car, first of all, it needs struts all the way around. There's just no way around it. This thing rides like it has absolutely no suspension. And it's because these struts go out, and if they don't get replaced, you're basically riding, you know, on, you're just, it's like riding in a wagon. Like, it's really rough. Look at that. Would you believe that? Yep, that is correct. So we used not quite half a tank, and it's only $22.70. All right. Well, I guess I'll finish this little tour. So yes, it needs struts all the way around. I have no idea if the tires are good, bad, or otherwise, but I can tell you they acted like they have flat spots. But when you combine that with the suspension, it definitely adds up. Oh, I popped that to check it. Tires are wearing okay so far. I mean, we've only put about 100 miles on. And we'll check the fluids. So that transmission fluid not only looks bad, it is full, but it not only looks bad, it smells bad. We're not helping it in, but I'm not stopping either. So at the risk of destroying it, we're gonna go ahead and keep going, and then we're gonna have to work on it when we get home. Oil's doing fine, but again, it needs replaced because it doesn't have the slippy slide as good as it should. So it's foggy out. It's been raining a little bit, and of course I did not replace the wipers that I just bought, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. The interior is fogging up, so that's one of a couple things. Number one, it's hot and it's wet in there from, you know, the floor being wet, but also I'm fairly certain we've got a heater core leak inside, which would cause that slimy mist all over the inside of the window. So I'm gonna clean it the best I can, but the truth is it's probably something I'm gonna have to do soon. Not sure how I missed that earlier. We'll just hope it finds its way out. All right, so I got my replacement wipers here. I'm gonna push in the little tab. Oh, it has been there a while. It's not. Wow. There we go. Now this is a critical point here. You don't want to drop the metal and crack your window. Have a new one ready. Make sure it's got the right attachment point. It should. Slide right in. And look. There we go. Now this plastic piece here comes off. Bam. One down. All right, repeat the same scenario on this side. Oh, this one's already trying to come on. So again, be careful with that. You're going to end up dropping or cracking your windshield. Apparently this is loud exhaust town. All right. Well, that should at least get us home. see the interior windows are fogged over, the headlights are fogged over. It's foggy outside. You know, we're just gonna deal with fog all the way home. Well, I tried the. There we are. I tried to pull the battery trick to see if our, you know, check engine or service engine soon went away. And it did not. It is not happy. So I'm sure if I'd have left it longer, it would have discharged enough to do that. I'm not too worried about it. But at this point, we just need to get it home, get it on the code reader, and figure out what's going on with it. I have no doubt that, you know, the coil controller or something in the computer has definitely gotten wet and is not happy. And being out in this humidity and, you know, all the wetness, it's not helping it. So we'll get it home and figure it out. Cruising along on the turnpike in Oklahoma. It's trying to surge a little bit. Can't tell if it's trying to find a gear or if the engine's acting up, because we do got the old service engine soon light on. It just went down a little bit on mileage. I was averaging 24 miles to the gallon. That's with the light on, so that's not bad at all. Running 93 in the tank, and it's definitely not 159, but it's, you know, doing all right. It's got a few little quirks and it's acting up a little bit, but you know what? Getting there. The heads-up display is pretty cool. She's still rattling down the road. Glad I got those wiper blades. So I'm just a little north of Henrietta, Oklahoma, and taking another stop, just get out and stretch my legs. It's been raining, so glad that I went ahead and changed the wiper blades out, because it's been useful. Car's been sputtering and pulling and jerking a little bit, and I don't know how much of that is hydroplaning and how much is just that transmission acting up. But, you know, gonna take a little pit stop, get back in the car, and keep heading. I got about 220 miles left to go. All right, I'm just north of Dewey, Oklahoma, about 110 miles from home. I'm gonna stop and fill up with some premium while I got the chance. It's definitely colder. A lot colder here than it was down in Texas this morning at like 70 some degrees. So, you know, not really enjoying the cold, but, or the rain for that matter. But I am ready to be home. And we just about got the Grand Prix home. So, yeah, 110 miles and we'll be there. Well, guys, what can I say? I just rescued this car from sitting in the the gentleman's backyard for the last at least 3 years. It's basically been in one family its whole life. And, you know, he was so generous to donate it to the channel. Now, it was a tough ride home. The transmission's slipping. It's got some power steering issues. It's got a belt making a noise. Tires are out around. The struts are non-existent. It needs some love. And thanks to you guys, I was able to get down there and back in less than the $75 I'd originally put together to make it. You think about that with the bus ticket and the $75, we were still just short of the $300 budget we'd set, and we made it. You guys raised quite a bit of money for me on the trip, and I appreciate that. You know, I was able to, I obviously had a free room to sleep in, continental breakfast, gas for the car, which takes 93 premium, awesome. And we made it. 550 miles straight home. We did put new wiper blades on it, and I did have some tolls. So I'm going to total that up and show you what the total cost was for this trip and how much you guys were able to help me raise. And all I can say is, wow, I appreciate every one of you guys. And you're going to see more of this car on the channel because this is now a channel car. This belongs to Buff's Garage YouTube channel. So that's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along on the whole trip. And I'll see you next time.